Now, let's discuss this in details. Let's look at the role of family in business development or in personal growth generally, right? Okay, welcome to Details Podcast with AB Akpan. And today we're going to talk about the role of family, like how does your family members, your village people influence your decision to start a business on campus. Okay, so with respect to your previous episode, actually after the night, we went back, we compiled everything, started design with the board system, and everything was ready. It was time to print, and that's where the problem came in. I needed capital. So I did the costing. How much will it cost me to actually print the initial, the first copies of the magazine, the magazine, yeah, and like what was the cost? So I did that calculation, and I had an uncle, more like a family friend kind of uncle. So I went to him, and I was like, okay, uncle, this is the idea I really tried. I'm actually a very big person, actually, like a matured person, and he was a civil servant. He like no more details. Okay, so I went to him and I was like, "Excuse me, this is the idea that I have, and this is what I want, and I just want to do this so that I could have like an extra cash on, just to make extra money by the side." She was like, no, don't do it. Are you serious? Come on, bro, go back and focus on your school, go back and do civil engineering. He told me that I should not do that. And when I was about leaving, he gave me like 3K to go back to school. Like I traveled from school to Uyo, I traveled from school to Uyo to meet with him. So he gave me like 3K, and I already told you before now that it costs about 2,000 naira to move from Akpadin to Uyo. So already that's like 2K is already gone on transportation, and what was left with me when I went back was like 1K. And I can still remember what I did with that 1K. I bought kerosene, then I'm still using like this kerosene stuff. So I bought kerosene of 800 naira. I picked a few foodstuffs from the house, so all I was left with was just 200 naira, and that was what I used for like I don't know how many weeks. I think they just that was okay. Good luck, Jonathan. So the country was a little bit less crazy, but that was the case. So I had to figure out, wow, how do I still make this work? Because I just knew that I had to do something about my status quo, about my financial situation that time. So I wasn't thinking that much, but this is the case. If I was to, looking back at now, at that time I used to like feel really bad, like why would my uncle not support me? I used to like probably not hate him per se, but I just really used to feel bad, like why would he not support me? It was like my last hope, my last resort, so why did he turn me down? But looking back at now I can realize that I think he said that thing out of genuine love. He knew he was a civil engineer, actually. Yep, I'm revealing more details now. He was a civil engineer himself, so he knew all the hurdles that I was going to go through academically. So he didn't want me to be distracted at all. Over here, I knew that, I'm going to die of hunger. Just let's forget the school fees and the school. I'm just going to die of hunger. I've been starving my ass out. I was not even seeing anything again. So I'm going to die of hunger, and the hungry man needs to survive. So what he said, I took it, but I did not took it. So that was the case. So I went back and I was like, okay, what do I do? And I had to restructure. So I see people that use finances as an excuse. I have this big idea that I want to do, but there's no money. There is never going to be money. There is just never going to be money, like enough money to make your dreams come true. Sometimes you will have to do crazy things just to get the money. And in the next episode, I'm going to review to you the craziest thing that I did to get the fund for my first business I started on campus, and how that affected my life, how that changed my life like forever. So stay tuned to this podcast. I want you to subscribe if you've not done that yet. This podcast is actually unedited, so if you hear some mistakes, I'm not going to edit it. I just let it be the way it is, just raw with the raw truth about what happened, and I just hope you learn from it. So please focus on the message, just pick the message, and if something you want me to do better, maybe I should slow down, you just leave a comment below, or send me a message on WhatsApp. I'm going to include my WhatsApp in the WhatsApp number in the description. And please subscribe and share this message to your friends. See you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you for listening to Inditals Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by color.com.